It's time to expose Stephen A. Snitch. Now, if y'all don't remember this clip right here, I just want to replay this clip because Stephen A. Smith said, well, this was when Stephen A. Smith was talking about Skip Bayless, right? And let's just play what he got to say, right?
The whole Hamlin situation, and I know a lot of people weren't happy with the way he tweeted or what he tweeted, so I'm curious what your thoughts were on that, and also, the fluidity of Twitter. Do you feel like that's detrimental?
Listen, right? Listen.
We live in different times. I'm not about to judge Skip Bayless or anybody else for saying the wrong thing. God knows I have.
I'm not going to judge anybody for saying the wrong things. Okay.
Intent matters. Yes, you got to be sensitive out there. Mental health matters. Life matters. Human beings' well-being matters. And when you speak, you have to make sure that you're sensitive to everything that you can be sensitive to in articulating your position. Skip can defend himself. I will tell you that I've spent years disagreeing with Skip Bayless. I disagree with him now, and I'm going to disagree with him into the future. He's still my brother. He's still a guy that brought me here on First Take. And I know who he is. I know what he's about. Do I agree with everything he says, or how he says it, or the timing with which he uses to say things? No. But the flip side to it is that I know that by and large his heart is in the right place. And people make mistakes. And so I've always been his brother. I'm going to continue to be his brother no matter what. Because if I can tell my brother, my late brother, God rest his soul, but when he was alive, I told him he was wrong. I love my sisters every day. I tell them when they're wrong. They tell me when I'm wrong. So I don't have any problem telling Skip. I'll save that for Skip when I see him. You're going to get yourself caught up from time to time. But if your heart's in the right place and you truly meant no harm and you're willing to apologize, this country has shown you on many, many occasions it will allow you to move on. And I'm an eyewitness to that.
So do you see that respect?
So yeah. You see how Skip Bayless...
The whole Hamlin situation.
You see how Skip Bayless... So you see how Stephen A. Smith was talking about it, and he said that he don't judge people when they do wrong, right? Remember?
For saying the wrong thing. To judge. I'm not about to judge Skip Bayless or anybody else for saying the wrong thing. God knows I have.
Interesting. Let's play this clip right here of him talking about Glenn Robinson.
I'm in the world of sports. We sit up here, we got brothers getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. There's one particular athlete who's now retired. I despise him, and he despises me because
I despise this brother. Now, he's talking about Glenn Robinson, right? Do you see the difference of the tone that he's talking? Do you see how he was talking to how Stephen A. Smith was talking about Skip Bayless? How passionate and aggressiveness, and you can see the complete change in how the delivery being delivered from Stephen A. Smith when he talks about a black athlete, when he talks about my white friend. Right?
I'm not going to tell you who. Glenn Big Dog Robinson. The point that I'm trying to make to you is this. What happened? My issue with Glenn Big Dog Robinson was not that, he didn't play well and he got $69 million or anything like that. It was that I saw this man march lock.
So it wasn't that he didn't play well, but I thought you only talked about people you only talk about people what they do and not who they are. I thought that's what you said, Stephen A. Smith. I could have sworn you said you only talk about how the players play. You don't talk about their personal life. Isn't that what you said?
Step with what George Karl wanted to do, because George Karl getting paid $7 million a year. But Randy Ayers becomes the head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. He's on a 3-year deal, but he's only getting paid $1.5 million. If you know anything about the NBA, they'll fire you and get rid of that and just soak your contract and pay you off. You treated this man like trash, but you'll come and talk to reporters about how brothers need to facilitate brothers being hired, but you had one. And how'd you treat him? So to me, calling him out, that's selling out. What about the brother I'm defending? Because last time I checked, Randy Ayers is a brother too. So if you're sitting there, and by the way, let me be very unapologetic in saying this. I'm a proud black man. I love my people. But I don't give a damn. If you are wrong to a white, a Latino, or anybody else, I'm not giving you a pass just because you black. You wrong, you wrong. My mom.
I'm not giving you a pass because you're black. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Why are you not talking this same way when you're talking about Skip? When you were talking about Skip, you was very calm, cool, and collective. You wasn't talking fast. You wasn't as animated, but when you're talking about a black brother, why you don't have the same smoke, bruh? Why you don't have the same smoke?
My mama raised me to be a moral individual, to understand right from wrong, and to appreciate the fact that even though you love your people, sometimes love is tough love, and you got to be willing to tell somebody when they ain't right. And just because they share your ethnicity and they come from the same community doesn't mean that they're immune and they get to operate with impunity and treat others just any old kind of way. Damn that, I'm not having that. If you wrong, I'm gonna tell you wrong. Then that's the way it's gonna be. And if that means me coming to the defense of a white person or a Latino or anybody else, so be it, because I would rather be on the side of right than be on the side of wrong just because you black. I'm not doing that.
Do y'all see the difference, man? Do y'all see the difference in the delivery? You see how passionate he was? He was excited to talk about Glenn Robinson, right? But when he's talking about his old white buddy,
Situation, and I know
it's completely different.
With the way he tweeted or what he tweeted, so I'm curious what your thoughts were on that, and also, the fluidity of Twitter. Do you feel like that's detrimental?
We live in different times.
Completely different, right? Completely different, bro. Boy, you was a...
I'm not about to judge Skip Bayless or anybody else for saying the wrong thing.
Now you don't want to... But I thought you was on the side of right and wrong, no matter who it is, no matter what the race is. I thought you said that you were on the side of right. Doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. Doesn't matter if you're white or black. You're going to be on the side of right. So why you not on the side of right on this? And why you not as passionate as you are when you was talking about Glenn Davis? But when you talk about Skip Bayless, you sound like you had a funeral or something.
God knows I have. Okay? Intent matters. Yes, you got to be sensitive out there. Mental health matters. Life matters. Human beings' well-being matters. And when you speak, you have to make sure that you're sensitive to everything that you can be sensitive to in articulating your position. Right. Skip can defend himself. I will tell you that I've spent years disagreeing with Skip Bayless. I disagree with him now, and I'm going to disagree with him into the future.
Yeah.
But he's still my brother. He's still a guy.
He's still your brother. You still love him.
That brought me here on First Take. Right. And I know who he is. I know what he's about. Do I agree with everything he says? Or how he says it? Or the timing with which he uses to say things? No. Okay. But the flip side to it is that I know that by and large his heart is in the right place. People make mistakes.
Okay. So people make mistakes. So when Glenn Robinson made a mistake, you didn't give him the same benefit as you're giving Skip Bayless, right? Everybody makes a mistake. But why, when you was talking about Glenn Davis, you were so passionate, so aggressive? Your tone was more elevated. Your delivery was more firm. On here, you're more passionate, more concerned. Y'all see the difference?
I've always been his brother. I'm going to continue to be his brother no matter what. Because if I can tell my brother, my late brother, God rest his soul, but when he was alive, I told him he was wrong. I love my sisters every day. I tell them when they're wrong. They tell me when I'm wrong. So I don't have any problem telling Skip. I'll save that for Skip when I see him. You're going to get yourself caught up from time to time. But your heart's in the right place. And you truly meant no harm. Yeah. And you're willing to apologize.
Well, actually, he didn't apologize. He apologized, and then he took it back, and he said that he doubled down on it, and he's not going to take down the tweet, and he stands on what he tweeted. So that really was an apology.
This country has shown you on many, many occasions it will allow you to move on, and I'm an eyewitness to that.
So y'all leave a comment down below. Do y'all see the difference in the tone, in the delivery? Skip, that Stephen A. Smith talked about Skip, and when Stephen A. Smith talked about Glenn Robinson. And y'all let me know. What do y'all think about that? Your boy Damn D signing out, y'all.